Welcome back to the Hunting Rifle Build Series. Today we are switching gears and taking a closer look at a rifle that has earned a surprising spot in our lineup. This is the CVA Cascade XT. Originally purchased as a youth hunting rifle, this firearm has completely exceeded our expectations and proven itself as a serious contender. Not just for young shooters, but for anyone looking for a high-performance hunting rifle without breaking the bank. Now, you may have recently seen the Vortex video where they selected the CVA Cascade as their top budget pick. In this video, we are going to look at the Cascade XT, which has a slightly heavier barrel profile and comes with a little beefier bolt handle. This rifle has consistently delivered sub-MOA groups, outshooting several of my other rifles that cost 2 to 3 times as much. In this episode, we will compare the CVA Cascade XT to some of the core principles that we've discussed so far in this series about building a hunting rifle. We'll break down its performance, value, and features just to see how it stacks up. So let's dive in. The CVA Cascade is CVA's entry into the bolt-action hunting rifle market. And let me tell you, they did not disappoint. They're known for their muzzleloaders. CVA brought that same focus on quality and precision to the Cascade XT. Here's a quick overview of the key specs for the CVA Cascade XT. Comes with barrel lengths between 22 and 24 inches, depending on the caliber. Ours is the 24-inch version in a 6.5 PRC. Weight. CVA claims 7.5 pounds for this model, which means you can still dress this out for under 10 pounds. Mine weighs in just a pinch over 12 pounds, fully set up, which is definitely on the heavy side. But I will show you later how we get to that total weight. Caliber options, they're available in a variety of calibers suitable for everything from white-tailed deer to larger game. The stock. This is a synthetic stock with an adjustable length of pull via some plastic spacers at the end. Since purchasing this rifle, CVA has released the Cascade LRH, or the Long Range Hunter model, that features an adjustable comb height, but the stated naked rifle weight for that in the 6.5 PRC jumps from 7.3 pounds in the Cascade to 7.5 in the XT, all the way up to 8.7 pounds for that LRH model, with all three models coming with a 24-inch, very similar barrel. This comes with a threaded barrel. The XT comes standard with a threaded muzzle, making it suppressor ready right out of the box. It includes an omnidirectional muzzle brake, which makes it worth the price jump right away when going from the basic Cascade up to the XT. The trigger. It comes set from the factory really close to 3 pounds, but the trigger is adjustable from 2 to 4 pounds. It's a single stage trigger with a very crisp break. The street price for this rifle is usually around $700 to $800, with the MSRP listed at $875 for this in the 6.5 PRC. One of our local gun shops here in Colorado Springs ran a 20% off sale where you could pick this up somewhere in the mid 600s. At $875, this is an excellent rifle choice. At $650, you should get your butt whooped if you pass up this rifle. All right, let's talk accuracy, because this is where the Cascade XT really shines. Straight out of the box, this rifle was shooting sub-MOA groups with factory Hornady ammunition. For those unfamiliar, sub-MOA, without getting into too much technicalities, means that the rifle is capable of grouping shots under 1 inch at 100 yards. Before buying this CVA, I felt confident that it would be an accurate rifle. I just had no idea how accurate. This rifle is one of the most accurate rifles I have ever shot, even compared to higher end production and custom rifles. I've shot several sub-MOA groups with factory ammunition ranging from 127 to 147 grains in this rifle. The Hornady ELDMs have produced multiple clover leaf groupings under a half MOA with a bench rest at the local indoor range at 100 yards. Now that certainly will give you confidence when heading to the field, but it has actually been in the field that this rifle has impressed me the most. Now, my 13-year-old son recently harvested his first elk with one shot at 484 yards. The bullet was perfectly placed and the cow elk piled up within about 20 yards. On another recent trip, we had 4 different shooters take a single shot at 1,033 yards, and all of those bullets impacted within about a 5 to 6 inch group. We then backed up, and my son and his 12-year-old buddy, they went 4 for 4 on a deer-sized rock at 1,362 yards to 1,370 yards, depending on the rangefinder reading.
Impact.
Impact.
Good shot. Just slightly low center line. Good job, JJ.
Is there one?
Ooh, baby. JJ Newman, look at me. 1,362 to 1,370. Almost a 1,400-yard shot. What do you think about that hunting rifle, Jay?
Nice.
That is awesome.
How long it took for that impact to like pump?
Yeah, that's wild. That is just insane. That is crazy for an out-of-the-box rifle with very little upgrades. Whether on the range or in the field, this rifle shoots lights out. And let's be honest, accuracy is one of the most critical factors in any hunting rifle. If you can't consistently hit your target, the rest doesn't even matter. So let's take a moment to compare the Cascade XT to some of the key points that we've discussed in this rifle build series already. The Cascade XT's 24-inch barrel hits a sweet spot for long-range performance. It has a heavier number 5 taper fluted barrel, which helps with heat dissipation. This makes it perfect for hunters who may need to take multiple shots in a short time, whether that be at the range or in the field. The obvious downside with this barrel profile is the added weight. But this heavier profile, in theory, should be more accurate, and it certainly adds to less felt recoil, which was important for me when building this out with new hunters or youth hunters in mind. The synthetic stock on this is lightweight, but still has a great feel. The adjustable length of pull by adding plastic shims make it perfect for growing youth hunters or anyone looking to customize and get that perfect fit. It's rugged enough to handle tough conditions, whether it's rain, snow, or rough terrain, but it's definitely not a high-end stock. It's pretty much a plastic polymer stock, fairly rigid. I really do like the grippy texture on the outside. This is the only part of the rifle that I've made some adjustments to by adding the Salmon River Solutions Hunter Rail to the stock and filling some of the empty spaces with epoxy, significantly adding to the rigidity of the stock while adding approximately 6 ounces to the overall rifle weight. The Salmon River Solutions rail provides an ARCA attachment point that works with most tripods, as well as a front Picatinny section for bipods and other accessories. It also provides a flat shooting surface on the bottom, which is great when shooting from multiple positions and rest. Now, the overall weight of this rifle, it starts at just 7.5, 7.6 pounds naked. The Cascade XT is on the heavier side if you plan to keep the rifle under 10 pounds. This setup, fully dressed, is 12.06 pounds, which includes the HUXWRX Ventum suppressor, which is about, I think it's 14 or 15 ounces. The rifle sling that you see attached here, the SRS rail, the Mystery Ranch Cheeky riser, and a full magazine. It's light enough for my 13-year-old son to carry a few miles in the backcountry, but it is definitely on the heavy and long side when it's fully dressed. If you watch some of the previous videos in the series, you will see we will compare this CVA rifle with, maybe this ultra light Bergara MG light rifle, as well as the Ridge rifle, the Crest rifle. We'll do some comparisons with rifles like this Christensen Arms Modern Precision rifle and several others. I'm not going to give away too many surprises, but I will say that I shoot much tighter groups off a tripod with the CVA Cascade rifle, this XT model, than I do with this MG Light, simply because of that extra weight and overall length. That's not a knock on the MG Light in any way, but more of a statement about the clear advantages of having a heavier rifle in most shooting scenarios when it comes to balance, stability, recoil, which all contribute significantly to the accuracy down range. One of the Cascade XT's standout features is its value. At under $800, it offers features and performance that you typically find in rifles costing twice as much. This isn't just a budget rifle. It's a rifle that delivers exceptional performance at an affordable price. This rifle was originally purchased as a youth hunting rifle, but after seeing how well it shoots, we realized that this is a great choice for hunters of all ages and experience levels. You're going to see several hunters in this video series shoot this rifle up against the setups that cost significantly more. You will get to hear what they have to say and which rifle they would select. But I can tell you right now, if I were leaving for an elk hunt tomorrow and had to choose between this relatively inexpensive CVA Cascade XT rifle or, let's say, this much more expensive Christensen Arms NPR rifle, I would take the CVA almost every time. It just shoots better. Even though I like the bolt, the trigger, the pistol grip, and so many other things more on this Christensen. And P.S., this rifle is no slouch. It has taken wild pigs, deer, bear, coyotes, and dropped all of them in their tracks at distances out to 400 yards. So I'm not saying it is the clear and obvious choice, but if I had to give the nod to one rifle over the other on my next hunt, it would be this $800 CVA Cascade XT over this $2,400 Christensen Arm rifle that cost 3 times as much. So if you're looking for a rifle that doesn't compromise on performance, but won't drain your bank account, the Cascade XT is hard to beat. So who is the Cascade XT for? Honestly, just about anyone. Whether you're a youth hunter looking for a rifle that fits comfortably, a beginner needing a reliable and affordable first rifle, an experienced hunter who wants to upgrade from that rifle that they've had the last 20 years, or the mentor that's looking for a budget-friendly backup rifle or one that they can use to teach a buddy how to shoot. The Cascade XT checks all the boxes. It's accurate, reliable, and built to handle real-world hunting conditions, and for this price, it's hard to find anything that competes. You may hear hunters say to spend as much on the glass as you spend on the rifle. In general, that statement still holds true, so don't expect to get the most out of this rifle without spending a little bit to top it off with quality glass. I opted to pair this rifle with the Vortex Strike Eagle 3-18 by 44 millimeter. It's a first focal plane scope. The street price is in line with the cost of this rifle. I was able to find one on a holiday sale for just under $600, which is still a good chunk of change for me and most hunters. The scope has been absolutely amazing though, and it is at the top of my list for favorite hunting scopes. It features a 3-18 magnification range, which is super versatile and works great whether you're in dense timber or in wide open terrain. The locking top turret and capped windage, they make it perfect for backpack hunters as you won't lose your zero while on the move. The glass is definitely a big step up from your entry-level optics. The parallax dial on this side, it's a little stiff, but it keeps your reticle and your target in focus. The turrets are crisp, they track well, and return to zero easily with the built-in zero stop. I personally love shooting a first focal plane optic, but they are not for everyone. A lot of people struggle with them on lower magnification settings, especially with their eyes. Sometimes it just looks like a little blurred image where the reticle is, but it does grow as you enter and expand your magnification range. I personally really like how compact this Strike Eagle scope is, but it is about 26 ounces. That's still lighter than this Vortex PST2. That's the 5-25. You can see the size difference right away. But even then, this is not the lightest optic at 26 ounces. If you're fighting to shave ounces, my recommendation would be to move up to the Razor LHT scope at 21 ounces, or go with a budget-friendly Arkin EPL 4 scope at 23 ounces. This is the Razor LHT right here, kind of next to it. Pretty similar specs, 4.5 to 22, again, a first focal plane scope. Absolutely love these scopes, but if you're looking to shave weight, this would be my top choice. I can already tell I'm gonna have a hard time keeping this part of the video concise. I know the focus of the video is this CVA Cascade XT rifle itself, but I don't think it's fair to just talk about the rifle without giving credit to some of the other components that make up the entire system. So let me give you a quick rundown of the components for this specific rifle so you know what it would actually cost to duplicate this setup. I know this is supposed to be somewhat of a budget build, but you'll see that gets thrown out the window when you add a suppressor and a high quality scope, although those accessories can move with me to other rifles in the future. The CVA Cascade XT, MSRP $875, you can find this street price somewhere in that $650 to $750 range generally. We have the Vortex Strike Eagle 3 to 18 to 44 millimeter first focal plane. It's in the MRAD reticle. The MSRP on this is $1,099. I picked this up for right around $600. I have the Arkin 34 millimeter rings at MSRP right under $70, along with the Arkin bubble level, which is about $35. I was able to get that in a combo pack when they were running a special for $55 for that, plus a t-shirt, a hat, I think some scope covers. I also added the Hunter rail, which is $100. This I actually got in a sponsorship thing when we did the On Point experience. Salmon River Solutions sent us a handful of their items to use on that bear hunt in Oregon with Garrett Weaver. So this I did not pay for, but it's $100 MSRP. I've got the Mystery Ranch Cheeky Riser, which retails I think for $69. Got a great deal on this. And then for ammo, I've used the Hornady ELDM 147 grain. I think the MSRP is like 60 something dollars a box, and I got them at Shields for $47. Now, one of the most expensive, probably the most expensive, definitely the most expensive part of this build is the HUXWRX Venom 7.62. The MSRP is just under $1,000. You can find them online at places like silencer shops, I think for the low 800s, but you're gonna pay a tax stamp fee, everything out the door. I think I paid $819, then you got $240-ish in taxes, fees, everything that was collected at the shop. So total MSRP value on this rifle with this setup, not including this limb saver sling, I think came out somewhere around $3,310 to $3,350 if you include the sling. Actual real world price with the suppressor, with the optic, with the cheeky riser, with the Hunter rail, I guess add the epoxy that I put in with the sling, everything came in right under $2,500. Is that a budget friendly gun? Not really. That's quite expensive, but I can move this suppressor to anything 7.62 and below. I can also take this with me to any other rifle in the future. So it's hard to count that against the overall value of what you get with the CVA Cascade XT. In addition to that list, I also purchased a 60-inch soft case that will keep the suppressor attached. I got that at Shields. I got an inexpensive CV Life bipod off of Amazon, and I often use this Vortex switchback tripod and a Razer GB 4000 rangefinder. At the range, I've used the Garmin Zero chronograph to get speeds, which I plug into the GeoBallistics app, which provides ultra accurate dope chart information and syncs with my Vortex rangefinder, taking a significant amount of guesswork out of the long range shooting equation. Now, several manufacturers guarantee sub-MOA accuracy out of their rifles, but I'm not really even sure how that works. There are plenty of rifles that can shoot sub-MOA, but shooters that can't. I've also seen really good shooters with really good rifles that can't get certain grain weights or match ammo to even group. So to get sub-MOA groups, the entire rifle system has to work together, from the rifle to the scope and the mounts, along with the shooter's rest and the environmental conditions to breathing and the trigger pull. It all has to work together. Now, CVA guarantees MOA capable rifles, but you're going to have to be ready to put it to the test pretty fast. According to their website, you have 14 days from the date of purchase to test your MOA capable rifle. So if you are concerned about this, you should have your scope and mounting system ready, as well as a few different grain weights and types of ammo when you purchase this rifle. Testing your rifle can be a rather expensive and time-consuming process, so I figured it's worth mentioning right now. Personally, that's not a major concern or red flag, as I think most Sub-MOA guarantees are pretty bogus, as they're difficult to ever validate. So if you're looking for a guarantee from the manufacturer, Seekins Precision offers a lifetime customer satisfaction guarantee that I think is probably the best in the industry. They don't offer an MOA guarantee, but they stand behind their rifles, and if you're not happy about something, reach out to them. They are a lot like Vortex Optics, and they lead the industry when it comes to warranty and customer satisfaction. I have a friend that just sent his Seekins rifle to them, even though it is shooting sub-MOA groups. He wasn't getting the velocity that he was looking for out of some of his hand loads, and he had some reasons to believe that it may have something to do with the factory machining inside the barrel. So Seekins is going to take a look, and they're either going to fix it or replace the barrel for him. Hunt League has intentionally partnered with Seekins Precision and Vortex Optics and positioned them as our premier partners in the Outdoorsman of the Year League because of the way that they stand behind their products and they treat their customers. I want to encourage you to download the Hunt League mobile app and start logging your scouting trips, your hunts, your conservation efforts, and more for your shot at the title and the incredible prize package. That includes a Seekins Precision rifle and the optic of your choice from Vortex. Now, another company Hunt League is partnered with inside the Apex Predator League is Stag Arms. They offer an infinite shot guarantee on their barrels. So if you happen to ever shoot one out and start losing velocity or accuracy, they stand behind their products and will get you back up and running with a new barrel in no time at all. Now, there are plenty of other companies out there too that offer some form of manufacturer's warranty or sub-MOA guarantee. I think CVA's MOA capable guarantee, I think it's fair. It's not the best warranty in the business, but the people at CVA and Bergara are absolutely fantastic. I've interacted with them at SHOT Show, at the range, and I've had them participate as judges inside our Western Hunter League in the Hunt League app. I've purchased, I think, 6 of their rifles from them over the past 2 years, and every single one of them has met that MOA capable guarantee. So you may be the unlucky one that gets that proverbial lemon. And if you do, I know that they're standing by, ready to help make it right. So don't let that be a major concern, but I wanted to let you know about their warranty and about their sub-MOA capable guarantee. The CVA Cascade XT is a rifle that punches well above its weight class. It's affordable, accurate, and built to perform. Whether you're a youth hunter, a seasoned pro, or somewhere in between, this rifle offers tremendous value and is a worthy addition to your hunting arsenal. If you're considering the Cascade XT, I'd encourage you to give it a serious look. In the next episode, we will continue building out our rifles and testing new setups. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more insights. Drop any questions you have about the Cascade XT or any of the rifles that you're considering in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you right here next time on YouTube or inside the Hunt League mobile app.